Welcome back, my little nightmares. Me, Queen Nightmare, and I am finishing up the Drarry story last year, right? What is it called? Last Year Troubles. Okay. I might cry too. So here we go. Birthday and negotiations. The end of the month came, and it was finally Teddy's birthday. He was officially turning a year old. It also happened to be the day of a full moon. Harry was extremely nervous and stressed since he had to worry about Teddy, and he wasn't going to be locked up that night. Draco noticed his fidgety movements, and so did Hermione. She came over early to help sit up a little. "Are you all right, Harry?" she asked. "I'm great. I guess the nerves are getting to me," Harry admitted. They were setting up some of the presents he got for Teddy. He was setting up the outdoor areas so he can run around safely. The Weasleys, Luna, Hermione, Draco, Andromeda, Narcissa, Hagrid, and Minerva were coming that day. So Harry had to set up enough food for everyone, especially to compensate Ron's appetite. Harry was shaking a little when he was moving plates, and he dropped it. "Shit," he muttered. Gladly, Teddy was down for a nap, and there was no food on the plate. Harry repaired it and finished setting up. Everyone started to arrive, so Harry woke up Teddy and brought him down. Everyone exclaimed "Happy birthday" to Teddy, which brought a great smile to his face. He giggled at the guests, and he was passed around while waiting for the others to arrive. Minerva came finally, and when she saw Teddy, she melted. Harry saw her look and handed Teddy to her, and she gladly accepted. "Hello there, Teddy," she smiled. Teddy mimicked her hair color scheme of brown and gray, which made her laugh. "You're so adorable. I remember when Nymphadora would mimic the other teachers," she reminisced. She handed Teddy back to Harry and joined the others. "Hello, Molly. It's been a while," Minerva greeted Molly. It has been a while. "Is there anything new going on?" she asked, trying to start some small talk. Minerva's mind went directly to Fred, and her mind went blank. She just smiled and shook her head. "Nothing much, not much going on. Just finished all the paperwork I needed to do last year," she lied. Minerva talked to them for a while and moved around the room. The last two to arrive was Luna and Hagrid. Luna gave Draco a hug first, while Hagrid embraced Harry. "Thanks for having me over, Harry. Where's the little bugger?" he asked, quite jolly. He pointed over to Teddy, who was with Narcissa's arms. Hagrid went over to the boy. "You're quite bigger than I have seen ya last," Hagrid told Teddy. Teddy was in awe of Hagrid's size and immediately tried to climb him. Narcissa let go of Teddy, and Hagrid held him. Teddy did the usual, trying to mimic looks. He grew a big scruffy dark brown hair and big bushy eyebrows. Hagrid laughed at his antics. "He looked just like me when I was a wee babe," he asked. He laughed. Teddy turned his hair back to blue and was passed around some more. "Thank you for having me, Harry. I've wanted to see what your house looked like for quite a while," Luna thanked Harry. "No problem at all. I'm glad you were here, able to come," Harry thanked her. Everyone had arrived, so Draco told everyone about the food and waited for them to migrate to the backyard. Draco dropped Teddy off in the yard and watched him toddle around. Everyone sat in some of the chairs, and that was set up. Harry tried to socialize as best as he could, but he wasn't feeling well. He was worried about Teddy running around free, so he watched him. At one point, Harry slipped away from the crowd, turned into an owl, and flew to the top of the house, out of view. Because of his owl sight, he was able to pinpoint where Teddy was and watch him. Teddy was running around greeting people, but at one point he strayed from the group and explored the rest of the property. Harry flew off his perch and hovered high in the sky above Teddy. He got the wards just for this reason, because everything on this property is safe, so he could walk around. Teddy walked around the gardens and around the flowers. Harry smiled intentionally. Teddy was so cute walking around the flowers. Teddy reached the end of the garden and was walking towards the woods. Harry didn't want Teddy to go in, so he flew down and transformed back into himself. "We don't go into the woods, Teddy," Harry said. He scooped him up and carried him back to the group. Harry walked back to the group and Teddy on his shoulder. "Thank Merlin. I was getting worried. I couldn't find him," Draco said seriously. He picked up Teddy off of his shoulders and kissed him. "Don't worry, I was watching him from above," Harry assured him. Draco put him down and let him walk around. Harry talked around some more and talked to the others. After an hour or two, Harry motioned for the group to go inside for cake and presents. Everyone was seated in the kitchen, and Teddy sat on Harry's lap at the head of the table. Draco brought the cake over and sat it down in front of Teddy. "What are you chasing after?" "Emerald! Emmy! Kitty!" Oh, I have so many. Okay. Anyways, everyone was seated in the kitchen, and Teddy sat on Harry's lap at the head of the table. Draco brought the cake over and set it down in front of Teddy, the candles already lit. The group started to sing to Teddy, "Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Teddy, happy birthday to you," they sang. When they finished, Harry told Teddy to blow out the candles. Teddy didn't know how exactly, but he made a funny noise with his lips. Harry blew the candles out, and Draco cut the cake for everyone. Teddy got a smaller piece because of his size. Teddy had blue frosting all over his face from digging into the cake. Everyone finished. They gathered into the living room. "Time for presents," Draco announced. Harry placed Teddy on the floor and placed the first present in front of him. It was from Molly. Teddy ripped through the fragile tissue paper and removed a small silver spoon. It was an ornate carving. It was a small gem. It had a small gem on the handle. "It's a display spoon. It's supposed to commemorate a child's first birthday," Molly explained. "It's wonderful. Thank you," Harry thanked her. Harry gave Teddy another present. Teddy ripped the paper off, and it was a fancy outfit. The colors resembled a suit. "For the wedding," Narcissa reminded. Draco hadn't even thought about getting him a suit. It was made of light, movable material, and the blazer was actually a jacket with a fox white shirt and buttons. Harry thanked her and moved to the other presents. Hagrid got him a small wooden hammer that he carved himself. Minerva got him a bouncy ball. Andromeda got him some small shoes. and Luna got him a miniature pair of Noggler hunting glasses. Hermione gave him her last present. It was a wide box wrapped in gold paper. Harry helped Teddy open the box. Harry picked up Teddy and hovered him over the opening, as Harry opened the box. Harry gasped, picked up the two stuffed animals up. There were two beautifully made wolves. One had light brown hair with a light scar on its face and a Gryffindor tie. The other had a dusky pink fur with a Hufflepuff tie. What? Harry immediately recognized that the two depicted was Remus and Tonks. Teddy grabbed the two and hugged them. Harry smiled greatly, and so did the others. That is a wonderful present, Hermione. Did you make them yourself? Draco asked. She nodded sheepishly. I made them by my own hands. It took me a couple weeks to learn how to sew and another couple to make them, she said. Harry placed Teddy on the ground and hugged Hermione. He then hugged and thanked the others. Teddy loved the presents, especially the wolves. Hermione remembered that both of their Patronus were wolves. After Tonks met Remus, her Patronus changed from a jackrabbit to a wolf, the same as Remus's. Everyone talked for a while before they started to leave. It was getting close to dark. The others could see Harry fidgeting over more. Everyone said goodbye except Hermione and Ron. They stayed so they could be with him. I'll give Teddy some dinner and a bath, then put him to bed. You might want to head out since it's almost dark. Draco advised. He kissed Harry, and Hermione, and Ron left the house to go to the woods. The trio walked deep into the woods, and Harry pulled his shirt and pants off, revealing shorts that he wore underneath. He didn't want to rip the new clothes he wore for the party. They stood around in the woods until Harry started to feel the usual pain. Hermione and Ron quickly transformed and agonizingly watched the painful process. Harry finished the transformation, and the three walked around the edge. Hermione flew overhead, looking for the gray wolves. Over here! Hermione screeched, veering to the right. The werewolf and the dog followed him, and they soon discovered a pack of gray wolves. Ron and Hermione stood back, while Harry stepped forward. The hairs of the wolves' backs stood on end with his presence. Don't be alarmed. My name is Harry Potter. I'm one of the owners of the manor. I happen to be a werewolf. I came here to speak with you, Harry explained. Why do you want to speak? What can we do for you? One of the wolves asked. He looked like the biggest of the group, and definitely the oldest. My partner and child live in the manor, and I wanted to make a truce between us, so I know we will be safe if my youngest walks to the woods alone. I wanted to know that if he were to go exploring, one of you would look after him to make sure he is safe, and tell me if something happens to him. Harry told the wolf, You have a child? You are so young, the wolf commented. The child is actually my godson. I am not the original father, but I am taking care of him until he moves out. Harry summed up. All right. If you promise to not hurt the others that live in the woods, not to lay waste to the land, then we can spare a member to watch your child. As long as you are peaceful, we will be peaceful towards your family. Is that your partner behind you?" The wolf asked, looking at the dog. Ron cowered. "No, he's my friend. He's accompanying me here to make sure I do not go out of control. My partner has white hair, and my godson has blue. But don't worry about trespassers. We have the strongest wards we could put around the property. If anyone tries to enter the property with any thought of hurting others, they will be expelled from the property area. Anyone that walks around the woods has a good heart, I can promise you." Harry told the wolf, "All right, I can have my other alpha look over your son if he ever ventures into the woods." The wolf promised. Harry thanked him, and the three walked off. Once they reached a safe distance, Harry and Ron broke into a sprint. Hermione flew above them. The three felt very refreshed being in the safe forest. They ran around and explored the areas. Harry found a cave, in which he felt was perfect for staying in during full moons. The three retired in the cave and slept until morning. Ouch. Here we go. Wow. Please get out of my face. Yay. Thank you. Okay, waking up. Oh, this is short. Wow. Waking up. Sorry, this chapter is going to be extremely short. The next morning, the three woke up. Harry woke up almost naked. Hermione and Ron were still in their animal forms. They transformed and tiredly walked back to where Harry's clothes were, and walked back into the property. "We're here," Harry announced tiredly as he walked into the home. His hair and body was covered with mud and leaves. Last night was a bit rainy, and sleeping in the dirty cave didn't shield him from the dirt. "Go and take a shower. Do you want to sleep a little more?" Draco asked from the kitchen. Teddy was waiting for breakfast in his high chair. "I'll just sleep in," Harry answered. Harry turned to the other two. "You can stay here and nap if you want. We have plenty of rooms to just choose from," Harry offered. They shook their heads. "Mom will be worried," Ron excused. "I promised my parents that I'd talk to them about where I am going come September." Hermione excused. The two said their goodbyes and good mornings and flew back home separately. Harry walked upstairs and showered and hopped into bed. He was exhausted from the night before, and he was still sore. Draco took care of Teddy for the day while Harry rested. At around late noon, Draco woke Harry up so he could eat, and at least be tired enough to sleep that night. Harry ate a late lunch and took care of Teddy while he did the laundry. Teddy was becoming more interested in flying. Harry could turn into different birds and fly around him to amuse him. And Teddy would always try to jump to fly. It was quite adorable. Harry made dinner, and the three sat down and ate. Teddy, being exhausted from waking up early due to a nightmare, fell asleep early, and so did Draco and Harry. They crawled into bed and slept for the night. Update. Only 1 or 2 chapters left. I've lost my motivation to continue with what I promised. I've written so much Drarry. I just want to stem over to another ship. Probably Kajina. Okay. But anyways, I'm sorry if you wanted me to continue this, but I can't. I'm going to make another chapter or 2 to wrap this story up and complete it. I'm so sorry, Alex. Wedding. This is going to be a really short chapter, by the way. Alex. Okay. Thank you, Alex. It was the day of the wedding. Harry and Draco were dressed in white tuxes, matching purple ties, and black shoes. The wedding took place in the backyard. There were purple flowers strewn around the yard. Petals were around the pure white guests' chairs. Harry stood in the front of the aisle and with Arthur standing near him. Harry asked Arthur to conduct the service for them. I'm hungry. Harry looked around at the other so familiar faces. Hermione, Ron, George, Molly, Hagrid, Andromeda, Minerva, Luna, Neville, Ralph Scammard. Sorry, I'm either gonna sneeze or burp, and I don't know which one it is. It was a yawn and a burp. Yikes. Okay. Hannah Abbott, Ginny, Dean, Seamus were there sitting in the chairs. Music started to play and everyone stood up. Harry looked down the aisles and saw Teddy toddling down the aisle holding a pillow with the rings loosely strung on. He walked over, handed the pillow to Harry, and ran to Hermione. Harry placed the pillow on the table behind him. Next to a cup of wine and a candle. They all turned around and looked at Draco. With Narcissa leading him down the aisle, Harry wanted to cry. He looked so perfect. Draco made his way down the aisle and faced Harry, holding each other's hands. Arthur cleared his throat. We are gathered here today to witness the union between Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy. Will you please start off the ceremony with your wedding vows? He asked. Harry went first. Although we first despised each other, I learned that it was not you. The real you is kind, sweet, and funny. Definitely a good kisser. Harry added for a bit of comedy. No! We don't need to know that, my dude. I'm pretty sure if you said good in bed, I would have, just ran out the door. I was like, not today, sweetie. No. You are everything I love and everything I need. Harry finished. Draco went. We did despise each other, but the you I thought I knew was a lie. You are a brilliant man, one that is sweet and quirky and fun and funny. You showed me how to loosen myself up, not be so uptight, but to let loose, and only think about the present. You are truly the only one I'd ever think to marry, Draco concluded. Arthur handed Harry an ornate goblet of wine, and Draco a dark purple candle that was lit. Harry and Draco rehearsed this part so they knew what to do. With this hand, I lift your sorrows. Your cup will never empty, for I will be your wine. Ah, that's so cute. Cheesy but cute, Harry started. With this candle, I will light your way in the darkness, Draco said. They placed the goblet and candle back on the table. Arthur handed the two to each other's rings. With this ring, I ask you to be mine, Harry said as he slipped the ring on Draco's finger. With this ring, I will be with you till the end of time. Ah, it rhymed. Draco finished as he slipped the ring on Harry's finger. I now pronounce you Mr. Potter. You may now kiss the other, Arthur finished. Draco jumped to Harry, and they kissed passionately on the lips. The guests cheered and threw purple roses at the kissing couple. I hope you clipped off the thorns. Jeez, that's gonna hurt. And the guests cheered and threw purple roses at the kissing couple. They linked arms and walked down the aisle, leading the group inside for dinner and cake. You know what I'm thinking about, Draco said with a grin on his face. What? Harry asked. Draco leaned into his ear. How about we have a child of our own? Draco said. Harry smiled at him and nodded. Anything you want, Harry said. The group filled into the home and commenced the festivities. Oh boy. 15 years later. James, I swear to Merlin, if you don't put Albus down on the ground, I'm going to kick your butt out of oblivion. Teddy threatened while sitting with Lily on the floor. James was currently levitating Albus in the air, but dropped him when Teddy ordered him. James and Albus were two rambunctious kids, both 13, but not twins. Lily, at the time, was 1 year old, and Teddy was 16. Life was a bit different from Draco and Harry's first year together. They adopted 3 kids, one named Albus Severus Potter, James Sirius Potter, and Lily Luna Potter. Wait, why Luna? Did Luna die? Because all of these people technically died. So, Albus had brown hair, while James had black hair. Lily had pure white hair, just like Draco. Lily was a very quiet and smart girl. She's a Ravenclaw. She would often ask for Teddy to read her stories, in which he always gave in. Teddy had changed a bit. He was a Hufflepuff living in the house of 2 Gryffindors, 1 Slytherin, and most likely a future Ravenclaw. That's what I thought. Hold on. Ugh. I had an itch on my nose. Teddy had kept his bright blue hair. He was sort of a polite punk. He always asked Harry and Draco if he could get a piercing or tattoo before doing it. He currently had a Hungarian horntail dragon wrapped around his right arm, a snake and snake down the other, and the name Remus Lupin and Nymphadora Lupin tattooed in the blank space of his forearm. Harry and Draco told him about his parents. He took it very well. Teddy decided to call Harry and Draco by their first names out of respect. He grew up to be a well-rounded boy. Teddy also had an eyebrow piercing, snakebite piercings, a gauges, and a barbell piercing in his nose. My dude, is there something else you won't pierce? I'm waiting for that piercing, huh? Are you going to get one? A special piercing? Because I'm going to wait for you to get one and see how good you feel about that. Apparently, it's better when you do the devil's tango with that type of piercing. Never mind, let's keep on going. Oh gosh, okay. I said that on YouTube. Okay. It suited him very well, actually. Harry and Draco still ran the ingredients shop. They would often have Teddy and Albus help around when it became busy. They always left Luna at home to watch over James. What? Wait, Lily is only a couple years old. Do you mean James to look after Lily? Okay. Life was great, and the world had finally recovered from the war. Hermione married Ron, Luna with Ralph, and Neville with Hannah. Minerva was still the headmaster, yet she still struck fear into Harry and Draco now and again. Andromeda passed away a year before because of grief. She was starting to lose some of her family members, and it made her weak in the mind. Narcissa had aged gracefully and still wore tight dresses and low heels. Everyone lived happily. Okay, guys. Oh, man. That was amazing. I really enjoyed that series. What about you guys? Well, guys, that's the end of that series. Oh, my gosh. In the recommended, you finished this story. Other stories you might like. Spitfire and Love. In a sick way, I purify nightmares. I hate good dreams because I know when I wake up. And it's a guy on top of a girl when she's wearing a bra and he's having no shirt on. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Where in that story did that ever connect? Because, Okay, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to end it here. Unless you want to snid that little thing about what's going to come next. Well, I'm planning on finishing my Blaze story, which is probably going to be in a couple of days, because I don't remember which chapter I'm on. I'm going to start a, Whoops, hold on. How did I get stuck with this asshole? Hold on! It's a, requested to read. Okay, so this is the first one. Reading list. If you ever wonder what I'm reading, go to my Wattpad and then look at my reading list. It's Queen Nightmares 5's reading list. I don't know why I put a 5 at the end. I was like, random number. Boop! 5. There you go. It's going to be a Jack the Killer and Ben Drowned love story. It's called How Did I Get Stuck with This Asshole? They have a sequel to it, which is 32 parts. The first part is 26. So we're going to have a fun time with this one. But also, I'm thinking about reading a snary love story Where are you? Which one? Where's my snary love story I wanted to read? Damn it. Ugh! So many stories I have to read. Is this it? Ooh, yes it is. It's called Embarrassment. And this one's a long one too, and it has 47 parts. The Drarry love story that I want to do next will be... Cut it deeper? Is that what I'm going to do? It's ongoing, damn it. No. Don't touch the ongoing stuff. Because I'm going to finish it, and then I'm going to be like, no. Let's do... No, that's an ongoing one since 2 years ago. Almost 3. No, 4. Sorry. I can count... Ooh, a yandere vampire. Hold on. No, can't read that. Oh, fuck's sake. That's an ongoing one, too, and it's a 2-parter. Oh, help me. Ooh, In the Hands of an Outlaw. That's one I wanted to read. It might be over soon. I don't know. A lot of these, the ones I want to read, are ongoing. So we would have to, like, stop and then read others. Hold My Hand. Oh, this one's end. It's called Hold My Hand. This might be good. And it's a 55-parter. So a lot of these stories that are coming up that I'm going to be reading, 4 of them. So we're going to have a lot to choose from. So Blaze X Ron, which is going to be probably tomorrow's. Embarrassment, which is a snary. And Hold My Hand. And then How Did I Get Stuck with This Asshole? Which I'm going to put I can't think of it right now, but the star hole. I'm not going to actually say it. I'm going to say it in the video, but I'm not going to put it online. And then the sequel's called This Asshole Stole My Heart. So I'm going to read both of those because a lot of people are like, read more of this. And I'm like, I can't. It ended, and I didn't want it to end, you know? It was really sad. I did not want the Ben Drowned series to end. It was just like, excuse me? Excuse me? Huh? Why did I put this here? I'm supposed to put in ongoing. I'm a moron. Yes, I'm a moron, and I know it. You want to know why? Yeah. Oh. Hungry, are we? Also, tell me down below which one is your favorite ship. It can be creepypasta, it can be anything. I read this one and I cried in the end, and oh, I already put Shy Boy in there. Okay. I'm waiting for Shy Boy to get a sequel. Well, get more. Because Content on Murder. Yeah. See? Like, no. And also, this series had a lot of swearing in it, too. Believe it or not. So, I contacted the author, but they won't contact me back. I'm so ready for this to go on. And a lot of people have asked me about the Love Hurts Jeff and Ex Slenderman story. And I'm sorry. I don't know. For the past, I don't know how many times, I've looked at it. And they haven't updated it yet. And I'm sad. I'm sad for you guys because it kind of sounded like a good story. I might have to reflect on it, though, to be honest. But thank you guys for watching. Sorry, I was just this one's gonna be a short video, and you're gonna be wondering, why the heck is it so short? Well, I don't have anything else to read for this story. I'm sorry about that. I didn't know how short the other chapters were, and I would have read them into at least 3 hours. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this very much. I sure did. I loved this series. I hope you guys did too. I'm just looking forward to the new ones that are coming out soon. And I hope that we all love them, because it's going to be a long ride. Some of them say mature, so can't promise that they're going to be PG-13. So, you have been warned in the future, since this past day, that any of my stories that I'm going to be reading are probably not going to be PG-13. So, and if they are marked as not made for kids, and they are not, you can't get them on your phone or your school laptop, I'm sorry. I just need to abide by the rules of YouTube, and I'm sorry about that. Well, guys, I hope you stay away from people that have corona, and you stay safe, and if you're sick, stay home, no matter what. Be happy, be healthy, and always be loving. I love you guys so much. Bye-bye.